Hi, I'm Roseanne Meehan-Kermis, and I'm from Rosebud's Cottage in White Bear Lake, Minnesota, and I'm a licensed Sizzix designer. And the reason I'm saying Minnesota is because my winter Wonderland die, well, it's so appropriate for Minnesota. It's winter or construction season. We have no choice. So it's very fun to be able to create things with snowmen and mittens and little trees and things. So first I want to show you one of the projects we've done with the winter Wonderland die. And this uses a lot of the different pieces in the die. I started first with my penny rug mat, and I cut out the entire mat, and I brought the top of the mat, which is the other portion of the scallop, over to the front to be able to show off this cute edge here. And then I cut a back for it, but I didn't cut the scallops. I just cut it even with the top. And you can see I filled in the scallops with a circle and the star that's on the Winter Wonderland die cut. And now we have our little Minnesota winter scene with a couple of trees with little stitched snowflakes and our always warm winter welcome with our snowman with his little heart. I used the trunk die to make him a little scarf and just did some little stitches to hold it on and just used my snips to cut in the little fringe there. And then I filled the sky with stars because in Minnesota in the wintertime, that's what you see when you look up. You see stars everywhere. So that's another cute little wall hanging that you can hang on your wall, hang it on an old wooden clothes hanger, something in that order. And then here's another one that we created. It's using the same die cut, but the circle and making it into a snow globe. Adding a little garland of snowflakes there and putting our little snowman inside the snow globe because that's how it would be in Minnesota in the winter. But I want to show you a couple other ideas too. You can use the Winter Wonderland die to create Christmas projects. So the first one I want to show you is using my stocking die to create a Christmas sock that you can hang in your home. On the Winter Wonderland die are various components, and one of them is holly. So I like to always have some holly on my Christmas things, and I'm using making little berries out of the circles from the circle and tongue die. Now I want to add a Christmas tree because that is so part of Christmas and a stocking. I add my tree. I made the trunk out of a dark brown wool, and I'll add a star over the top. The fun thing about the stars is they can go any way you want. And I'll add a little star down on the bottom too. It looks a little bit plain to me, so one of the things I could do is I could fill up this blank area with some of the smaller stars that are on the die, and that just kind of balances it. Another thing I could do is I can take the scallop from my hearts and scallop die and tuck it underneath the toe of the stocking and just trim it off so it's even with the stock. And that gives it kind of a sweet little look. Or I can take it and put it underneath the cuff just to give it another look. And from that same die, if I didn't want to have the star there, I could put the heart from the heart and scallops die. So those two are from the same die cut. So that's one look. The other thing I can do is I can take my tree off and add a snowman. Maybe some stars to fill up the extra space. So that's a couple different ways that you can use the Winter Wonderland on the stocking die. Now if I go over here to this is 3 scallops off of our penny rug mat die. You can see I just have cut just the 3. We can embellish in a couple different ways. I'm going to use that same scallop from the hearts and scallop die and give myself a little lace border because that'll help me define the scalloped edge from where the rest of the designs go. And because it is winter, let's start first with a little snowman. Maybe give him some trees on either side, some trunks, and of course stars over the top. And because I want to kind of keep it with that star theme, I'll add some stars with circles just to fill it up. And it's just nice and quiet and plain. If you wanted to, you could add some little small circles too to act as ornaments on the tree. And then stitch them down with just a little star stitch to make them twinkle. So that's one cute little idea. Another thing we can do, we can take the trees off and give it maybe a little bit more of a winter look. Let's add a couple snowmen and a tree in the middle. But then in Minnesota, one of the things we're known for is we never have a pair of mittens to match. So we're going to put some mittens on there with different designs just to make it cute. And let's give our little snowman scarves to match those mittens. Maybe a little star above the tree, or even on the tree. It's just cute no matter where you put it. So there's a couple ways that you can use the Winter Wonderland die. I'm sure you're going to be able to figure out all kinds of ways that maybe work for you, maybe little pouches, longer table runner, something fun. But cover your house with winter, especially if you live in a cold climate like Minnesota.